Hello, my name's Karina Thompson, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use the new name changer feature within the mySewnet embroidery software. This feature is a great new addition to the subscription system. In this film I'm on a PC using the silver level of the subscription software, although the principles are exactly the same if you're using a Mac. So what's the name changer? The name changer allows you to quickly change multiple names that are part of an embroidery design. For instance, personalised embroidery sports team badges, where you would have a common, perhaps, name of club and logo, but a series of different names for each of the members of the team. This is a design that I've created myself using the super design and letter tab features. You might find it useful to watch earlier films on our channel where I show you how to use super designs and lettering. So what I want to do today is I've got my soccer team logo here, and what I want to do is I want to have a series of different names here. At the moment I've just put the word name in, almost like a placeholder. I'm going to go to the letter tab, and the name changer button is over here, but at the moment you can see that it's greyed out. Now the first thing that I need to do is actually create a template. So that's what I've done here. This is my design that I want to use, but what I need to do is save it. So I'm going to go File, I'm going to go Save As, and I'm going to put it in a folder marked Name Changer in the My Designs folder of mySewnet. So what I need to do is save this template. So I'm going to title it down here in the file name, and I am going to call it Soccer Template. We will be saving this as a VP4. Don't worry if your machine does not stitch out a VP4, because when we come to export it, you will be able to choose the file format that suits your machine best. So I'm then going to click Save. And straight away up here, it's actually telling me that this is my new document that I've just saved. It's the soccer template. And what I'm just going to do is just make the name part active, and then I can click on the name changer. Now straight away you'll see that the word name, which is over here, is actually featuring on my name list. What I'm actually going to do is I am going to type in the names that I want to stitch out. Goodness me. Now at the moment the line delimiter is none, and actually you can see if I want to scroll through some of these, I can do, and I can just click through, and if I'm happy with these, great, good to go, I can hit export. But it might be you say, well actually Debbie Sue, if we go back on the arrows, Debbie Sue, actually I want that not as a single line, I want that as 2 lines, and let me show you how you can do that. So what I can do is I can click on this little pull down arrow. Now if I choose space, you can see with David, not a problem. If I click onto here with Debbie Sue, you can see that actually Debbie Sue's name is encroaching in on the embroidery design. So to make this work, what I actually need to do is cancel this, go back to my original design, and I'm just going to nudge this up a little bit. What I'm going to need to do is return and save it again. So I'll do save as. Here's my soccer template. Click save again. It's just going to say, are you happy to override it? I'm going to go yes. And now when I open this back up, it's still going to remember that my names that I've typed in before. But when I click through, can you see that Debbie Sue's name is not encroaching on that? So remember that you would need to change your template to affect the positioning in here. And again, if I'm happy with this, I can hit export. So remember, if you've got a name that has two parts, so for example, a name like Debbie Sue, or indeed it might be a surname, if you want that to feature on two lines, choose the space option. If you want it all to be on one, I would say go with the none feature. Okay, but it might be you say, well, that's great, Karina, but in actual fact, our team has got lots and lots of members in it, and in actual fact, we've got all their names listed on a word processing document. Can we perhaps just cut and paste that text in? And of course the answer is yes. Let me show you. So I've got a list of names here, and I am going to copy them, and then I'm going to open it up back in the software, and in this case I'm just going to paste them back in. Shortcut would be Control or Command V, but straight away you might have noticed that we have a comma by each name which is featuring in here. And so in this case, if I choose the pull down arrow and go comma, you can see, if I then work my way through, that I have David's name, Debbie Sue's name, and Adrian's name are all there for you to use without the comma. It will take that comma out for you. So let's say I'm happy with that. What I'm going to do is I am then going to go export. So I'm going to click export, and this is where I can then choose all those different file formats. So if your machine doesn't take a VP4, you can actually choose on that file format here. So in this case, I'm going to go with the VP3, and then I am going to click OK. Now at this point, in my name changer folder, in my designs, in mySewnet, in documents, but what I'm actually going to do is I am just going to change slightly the title of this, and I'm going to take the word template out here. Can you see? I've highlighted that, so I'm just going to hit delete. So it looks like I'm just saving the file as the word soccer, and it's VP3. So I'm going to click save. And what I'm going to do is I am going to go and open up a new hoop. So I'm going to go File, New Window, going to go blank canvas, and in this case I'm just going to make my hoop, I'm going to go with a 360-260 hoop. So in actual fact that's quite a big hoop. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go up here and click insert, and here are my three different embroidery designs. So I'm just going to click on this one. So it could be that I say, right, I'm going to stitch this out. I'm going to stitch them all out separately on different shirts, and I've got that here. Or it might be actually I'm going to stitch them all out onto maybe some badge making fabric, and in that case I could perhaps do them all in the same hoop. So I'm holding down my shift key, I'm going to click the bottom one, so you can see here I've selected all three designs, and then I'm going to click open, and that's actually put them into the hoop all on top of each other. and I'm just going to pop these in. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the Debbie, Sue and Adrian one, so I'm going to hold down my Control or Command key, and I'm going to click both of those. I'm going to go to my Alignment tab. I'm going to go Horizontal Alignment and align them both to the left so they're exactly on top of each other, and then I'm going to just click outside that box, click on the Debbie, Sue and click on the David and repeat that. Oh goodness me, they're not both selected. Repeat that with the vertical alignment, and I will align them along the top, and that way my designs are all in the same hoop, and they're all sort of squared up along, and then I can either go send to mySewnet if I've got a Wi-Fi enabled machine, or of course I can repeat it and go File, Export, and export them onto my memory stick to put into my embroidery machine. One last thing that you might find useful, I'm just going to go back to my original template here, and I still have those names on my clipboard. Can you remember from my cut and paste? So what I am actually going to do on the notes and settings down here, I'm going to click on the edit, and up here I'm going to paste that. So again, Control or Command V. So I then have the specifics of the details of the name, so I can click OK. And also if I click on settings, I've got all those details in here to do with what fonts I've used, how big it is. So hopefully you can see the potential of how you can take a very simple embroidery design, and you can use the name changer feature to very quickly customize that logo. If you found this an interesting and useful film, please give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you won't miss out on any of our future films. Happy sewing!